MLB The Show is your home for postseason baseball. It's Game 4 of the National League Championship Series between the San Diego Padres and the Washington Nationals. Steven Strasburg will be on the mound for Game 4. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3, but if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
Striding in is Tommy Pham. And we are set for baseball here this evening. And now the first pitch. In the air, out to right. Robles is in pursuit. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first down. A chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting San Diego Padres. Dan Plesac, who you focused on?
Matty, Trent Grisham is a guy for me that I really pay attention to when he plays. I was talking about him earlier with some people. I kept telling him he's got some really good speed. If you watch him in this game, he's the type of guy, he's not going to shock you with his speed, but he can make an impact with his legs. We'll see if he gets that chance.
Fernando Tatis Jr. comes on with 1 down here as he looks at a cold strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Road, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
Soto is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are two gone now. And in steps Manny Machado. His past numbers with Steven Strasburg. He's a .333 hitter, 5 for 15. Here's the first pitch.
Ball one.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I gotta believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
At the
change up low, 2-0.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Here it comes. 3 and
ball
0
back
now.
in.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess. Hey guys, Mark DeRosa here. Around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
Got to find the strike zone. Here's the 3-0. And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a 2-out walk.
Well, they were obviously pitching around him there, and I don't blame them. With the bases empty and 2 outs and a hitter of this caliber at the plate, make somebody else beat you.
So here's Will Myers, man at first after the 2-out walk. Hit down the line at first. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt them as that ends the inning. Padres lead 1. Yu Darvish is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
This will be interesting. This guy won the NL Cy Young Award last year. He's a solid pitcher, man. One of the things he does, he throws the ball into the strike zone, and he's not afraid of contact. Solid pitcher.
Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Darvish pauses. Here it is. Hit out to a second. Reined in. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Whit Merrifield next to hit. Head-to-head numbers with Yu Darvish. 4 for 14. Takes this the other way to right. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Hey, the leadoff man wasn't able to do his job, but the number 2 hitter came through right there with the single, setting the table for the big boys.
Strike called. Now the throw down. Almost slips in as he steals the bag easily.
Well, he's certainly doing his best to get his team out to an early lead. Picks up the single and then decides that's not good enough, so he swipes second to get into scoring position. Now we'll see if the guys can pick him up.
Just a bit late, and he's falling behind 0-2. Merrifield and the runner at second with 1 away. And he won't offer it that too high. 1-2. Swung on by Soto. Off the wall. Merrifield blows through the stop sign, headed for home. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given a chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
1 out and a runner on second base. This is line to left. Pham is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2. Striding in now for the Nats, Luis Garcia. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away.
0-1.
0-1.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his men.
Line gets speared on a hop. Throwing the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. Nats get a run on the Zimmerman double. Second inning coming up, and Washington has the early 1-0 lead. As it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. Here's the first pitch to him. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Schwarber is right there, one down. Next up, Eric Hosmer. He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Scooped up. On to first. And Strasburg's in control here. 2 away. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at what's happening in the American League Championship Series, as they've got a good matchup going on over there as well. And at the plate is Jake Cronenworth. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. There's a strike at the knee, 0-1.
That's a dangerous pitch right there. Down and in slider for a called strike. He misses a little bit out over the heart of the plate, and that ball might not come back.
Hit in the air out to center field. Schwarber finds some space out there for the catch to retire the shot. Last half of the second set to go, and that means the catcher Yan Gomes bats next. First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1.
That's a ball.
There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And even a 2-2 count to the Nationals catcher. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Classic slider, down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of the pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Victor Robles digging in now. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. There's a fastball well off the plate inside. Here's the 2-1. Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play. Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
Hit in the air down the right field line. And that'll get down for a base hit. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And he will pull two-out double. Wow, this is a perfect example of a wily veteran doing what needs to be done to deliver for his team.
Yeah, just watch this swing. Instead of trying to do too much with it and pull it, he stays inside the ball and is able to smack it to the opposite field for a double.
And a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with two gone. Behind 0-2 now. Zimmerman at second with two down. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. Two-out double left stranded. Game 4 rolls. All set for the start of the inning, and next to hit is the catcher, Victor Caratini. First pitch of the AB now.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Swinging a soft liner. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. One out now in the San Diego third, and the pitcher bats next. That will be Yu Darvish. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
I'm not sure, but it looks like he may have been blindfolded for that swing. It's 0-2 now.
Ooh, that was an ugly swing. I'm sure he's not going to watch that one on replay after the game.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Great diving effort there, but it just tipped off his glove, and it's a base hit.
Well, you don't see that all the time. Pitcher deep in the count of 0-2, and D-Rose still manages to sneak out a base hit on an 0-2 count.
You know what? He never lost his toehold there. It seemed like he wanted to hit. He was aggressive. He battled and was able to be rewarded with a nice base hit.
Stepping in now, Tommy Pham. Strasburg will get ahead of him here with strike one. And flied out leading off the ball game.
Hey, this is Mark the
Looks like he's playing with him here. It's 0-2.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Now a flare out toward right center. Merrifield ranging into the outfield. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Now at the plate is Fernando Tatis Jr. First pitch of the AB now. And Strasburg will get ahead of him here with strike one.
Hey, that's a huge set-the-tone pitch right there. To a great hitter, you do not want to fall behind 1-0 and have him sitting all over a fastball or guessing what you throw next. You get ahead 0-1, and now the count's in your favor, and you and your catcher can start doing some things.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch.
Nope, that's the ball.
Runner on first with two away. Padres shortstop ahead with the 3-ball, 1-strike count.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
3-1. Takes a strike for a full count now, 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Here comes the payoff pitch. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike three call when the inning is over. One left for San Diego. They trail this one. Darvish pauses. Here's the pitch. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. But that'll go foul. It's 0-2 now. Nothing in two count, and the pitch. Count remains at 0-2. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, one away.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Out in front of it, strike one. He collected a base hit his first time up. Ready on 0-2. Still no balls and two strikes. Ready with another 0-2. Bases are empty, one man out. Swing and a ball pulled hard down the line in left. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. The throw is wild and it gets away.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. Juan Soto is in for the second time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0. 1-1.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
That fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. Great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. Two out, runner in scoring position at second. And next it'll be the left-handed power threat, Kyle Schwarber. Just gets a piece of it, strike one.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin the win if he starts looking for it in.
Here's the 1-1. Swung on, but fouled off to the left.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. Two back-to-back.
Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3-2 here. Luis Garcia would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Throws him for strike three, and that retires the side. set for the start of the fourth, and that will bring in Manny Machado. First pitch on its way. A ball and no strikes.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but it's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
Machado awaits the 2-0. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. Here's Will Myers. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Set and the pitch. Great curveball there. Really fooled him with that one.
He's got a good feel for his off-speed pitches second time through the order. And we just saw 3 in a row.
Good curveball that time in the low 80s. Nothing in 2.
There's another pitch for striking. This guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
A 1-2 count to Will Myers.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away. But that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
Fouled off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game so long, scrambling pitch after pitch, making this guy work out on the mound.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4. So 2 are gone in the Padre fourth, and that brings up Trent Grisham. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. And he waves with a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Interested to see what the pitcher goes to now. After getting that late hack on the curveball, does he speed him up with some velocity?
Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And the throw to first ends the inning. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Walkman. From the stretch, Luis Garcia is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. And he falls behind now. 2-0. Here's his swing and a miss on the cut fastball. 2-1. And he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now. Now the pitch. Right side, but it's well fouled. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
I'll tell you, it's hard to get more of a confidence boost than striking out the best hitters in the lineup back to back to back. He's looking really sharp right now.
1 run, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. And he just ramps up and here's the fastball by him. 0-2. Still no balls and 2 strikes. The next 0-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, he's really rolling on the mound right now. All you have to do is look at the last 4 hitters for evidence. All 4 of them have gone down on strikes, as you're seeing here. That's not easy to do, so you know he's got to be pretty dialed in out there.
Victor Robles stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. Counts even at 1-1 to Victor Robles.
1-0.
The 1-1.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch-outs and working on number 5.
Fouled away. And he got another one here. He strikes out the side. He set down 5 in a row via the punch. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th. Digging in will be Eric Hosmer. He'll start off the 5th in this one. Ground ball right side. And that is through into right field for a single. Into the box, Jake Cronenworth.
Nope.
And so take a look at ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The fastball that gets the lower part of the zone calls for a strike. In the dirt here. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And a bad time for that as the runner takes second here.
Well, when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt, that's the danger. You have to trust your catcher, but this one skips away, and the open base takes the double opportunity away with it. Might prove to be costly.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
This is pulled into right. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? So stepping in is Victor Caratini. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Here's the first pitch to him. And Strasburg will get ahead of him. Here's strike 1.
Ooh, now spot the expected curveball. He's lucky he missed because that's the kind of pitch that gets hit out of the ballpark.
And they'll fight this one foul off to the left as the count goes to 0-2. Fouls this one off. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball 1. Him up. Turner onto the grass. He gets there, and that's the second out. At the plate now is Yu Darvish, trying here to plate the tying run from second. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. The set and the 1-0. That should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1.
Hey, I can understand this batter's frustration right here. He's trying to be aggressive and get something going for his team. They're getting shut out in the 5th inning, but that's exactly why they're getting it.
He's under it, and that ends the inning. Padres lead 1. They still trail 1-0. Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Ryan Zimmerman. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. There's a line drive, base hit to left field. So the leadoff hitter in the inning reaches safely for the Nationals.
Hey, nice AB right there. With the pitcher coming to the plate, your job is to get on in front of him. This should be interesting. Does he get the bunt sign? Do we play a little billy ball and pull it back and try and play chicklets with the third baseman? Let's see what happens.
And a good throw gets him one gone. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He's grounded out and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. Ball one, taken just off the inside. And looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Hit out to second, and that's through into right field for a base hit. Merrifield next to bat. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. The 0-1 pitch. A bouncer up the middle. He's got it. The second for one. Relay to first in time. And just like that, the side is retired. Nationals lead one, or they lead it 1-0. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Tommy Pham. We'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, let's see if he can work a walk, maybe a knock, ground ball with guys sunken, catch a gap to get this offense going. 2 hits as a team can start demoralizing your confidence. But if he can get on, start some traffic and motion, he might have some.
1-1 to San Diego's leadoff batter. 1-1. Pulled hard down the line in left. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores it. Then who knows what kind of role they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Fernando Tatis Jr. is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. And it's fouled away.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Inside. He might be trying to set him up here 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Pham stands at second with no outs. Ball 2.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he can go in right here.
2-2 count. Here it comes. And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
This is where a strikeout pitcher has such a big advantage. Runner on second and no outs is definitely a strikeout situation in order to keep that runner from getting to third with less than 2 outs. When you can do it, it changes the whole strategy of the inning. Even a ground ball to the right side makes this a lot more dangerous situation.
Here's Manny Machado now. And he hits it hard to the right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Hey, Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid.
And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. And that is off the wall. One run will score easily. Here's the second runner around third. Tag is there, and he's out trying to score from first as the second run.
Well, an exciting play at the plate right there, and he was even closer because of the wide slide. Love the attempt. The backdoor slide, stick the hand and reach around, all that good stuff right there. But just a great job to get the ball there in time so the catcher could reach across and slap the tag on.
Fly ball right down the line and left. Left fielder giving chase. And he brings it down to end the inning as the go-ahead run is left. And stepping in, Juan Soto. First offering as Darvish will jump ahead of him here with strike one. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
There to take it is Myers, and that's the first out. So here's the cleanup hitter. Kyle Schwarber struck out in his last trip to the plate. In there, strike one, 0-1.
You have to understand as the hitter right here, pitcher on the mound wants a quick inning. Anything over the heart of the plate, probably got to pull the trigger.
1-1 to Schwarber. One out, nobody on. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Myers looking up, and it's gone.
I can tell you one thing, you might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
At the plate, Luis Garcia. He's hitless in his two at-bats so far. Set, here's the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Bases are empty, one man. Look out, hot shot to third, and there are two away. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Swings and lines it to left, but he'll flag this one down toward the alley. Nearly trouble, but Nationals able to add on, thanks. Eric Hosmer to the plate now. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Ned. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Try to pull back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, one gone.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a one-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning is so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
On the first, and it's a quick start to the 7th, as now there are 2 away. Next to bat will be Victor Caratini. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. On set, here's the 0-0 pitch.
Nope.
Curveball taken outside to begin the at-bat, ball 1.
You know, because this is just a one-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
That's inside. 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in his zone? This guy's been raking lately. It all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher. Just go ahead and challenge him.
Fielded cleanly by Zimmerman. And will step on the bag himself. Last half of the 7th here. And next to bat will be the outfielder, Victor Robles. Upper part of the zone there, but taken for a strike.
Hey, it's always key getting early strikes in the count. This guy's been awesome at it so far. More than 70% of his first pitches have been in the strike zone.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Now at the plate here is Ryan Zimmerman, singled in his last at-bat. And this will be fouled away. We're in the 7th inning now. The pitchers duel, 2-1 our score. Grounded weakly down the line toward 3rd. Throw not in time to get him, and how about that? An unlikely infield single.
Boy, when things are good, things are going really good. How about a swinging front infield single right there for his 3rd knock of the game, D-Ro?
Yeah, he has to be feeling frisky right now. He's had 2 great at-bats, and then this one, he's 100% on fire. Getting an infield single for his 3rd knock of the game, that's awesome.
Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Way outside. 1 and 2.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
To second for 1. One's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue. So that one wasn't quite hit sharply enough to turn 2.
Yeah, choppers like that make it really tough. You can't make the ball hit you much faster, so the key is making sure.
And he's into second safely with the stolen base.
This catch is not known for his throwing ability, so you compound that with a big lead at first base. He had no chance to throw that runner out at second.
Stevenson stands at second with 2 gone. Into the corner and slicing foul.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
Matt Strahm takes over pitching duties, looking to get that final out now here in this 7th inning. Now a swing and a fly ball. After it is Myers. And that will end up a foul ball. Ground ball sent off up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And that's going to break the runner from second as this is now a 3-1 ball game.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher. You know,
and hold on there. That's not going to get him in there with the stolen base.
some managers treat the postseason as a time to be aggressive, and that's exactly the case here. They had the speed burner on the move, and it worked out.
The other side is retired as they make the play. It's a run on 2 hits. Wander Suero has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Nelson Cruz is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th. Here's the first pitch to him. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out. So now to the plate, Tommy Pham. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1.
Bobby Cox always used to say, I'm going to put you in positions to be successful. Well, against the modern-day bullpen, easier said than done. These guys are throwing flames from all arm angles.
Merrifield ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. So go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. Grounder down the line at third. Fielded cleanly. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. Mark Melanson is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. And that's a base hit, so a chance for some important serves here to kick off the bottom of the 8th.
Hey, not an easy thing to do right there, Dero, with that stacked infield on the right side. You hit it through where the shift is, have to hit that in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, he found a good result right there, Dan. Pitcher actually executed right there. Got him to hit it where he wanted to. Put good barrel, good contact on that ball, and was able to find the hole.
Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that's in there. Base hit. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer to play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
Luis Garcia is at the plate as he looks at ball one. Back up the middle and through into center field, a base hit. And now this is bottled down in center. The runner from second crosses the plate, make it 5-1.
Yeah, nowadays the number crunchers would call that a high leverage at bat. Not exactly sure what that means, but what I do know is they just doubled their lead. So he clutched up the big time right there.
Jan Gomes play here as he quickly finds himself down the strike. It's 0-1. Called strike 0-2.
Hey, that's a quality take right there. He knows the pitcher's trying to get him to hit a ground ball and roll too.
Hit hard on the ground to third. Sliding try to a third, but it skips by him. Base hit.
Hey, nice effort by the third baseman right there to slide and try and knock that down. That ball was hit too good in the perfect spot.
To the plate now, Victor Robles. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Fouled off.
Hey, hats off to the pitching staff right here. They've been able to hold a hot hitter in check in Game 4 this season.
Swing and a flare hit toward right. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Hey, look at this guy compete right there. Nice base hit. Are you kidding me? He had already had the hat trick. He was staring the golden sombrero straight in the face, and he said, nice.
Trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. Lenson pauses. Here's the 0-2.
Hey, this is a monster strikeout situation right here. A double play would be great in this situation, but I know he's going for the play.
Diving upward as it's off his glove. There is some stick-to-itiveness as they still manage to get the out at first. What a play. Starlin Castro will be called on to pinch hit now. And he'll do it in a golden RBI spot as he's got 2 men in scoring position with only 1 gone in the inning. We'll see if he can deliver here. Runners still at second and third with 1 away now. Strike 2.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Here comes the 1-2. He's at the knees and called strike 3.
He's not going to feel good about that at bat, nor should he. You have to want to swing the bat, but he just stood there and looked at 4 straight pitches. Hopefully, we'll see him get a little bit more aggressive next time.
Trey Turner is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. A 1-1 count to the Nationals' leadoff batter.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defenders standing flat-footed for much longer.
Count is 1-2 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. On the ground up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. One run scores. The throw to the plate. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his third RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Well, I tell you, those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big.
And we'll just leave it there as they make the play to end the inning. Tanner Rainey comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. All set to start the ninth in this one. And standing in is the veteran third baseman, Manny Machado.
Offense just needs to find a way to get that pass to the time mentality. Starts one at bat at a time. I know they need base runners clearly. Maybe if they could get a few guys on the pillow, someone can bop one and get them back in this.
And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And looks at a ball, 1-2.
Well, late in a game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
1-2. Here's a pop-up now. Zimmerman has a play. Stepping up is Will Myers for his career in this matchup. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is foul for the first strike.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Fouled away.
Big fastball is definitely this guy's MO coming out of the bullpen.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Stepping in now, Trent Grisham, and he fouls this one off. He could really use a knock here, 0 for 3 in the game so far. Set with the 0-1.
Ball. We got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Taking called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And that one got a piece of it.
And I'll tell you, this is the last guy in the lineup you want to put on base for free. He's probably feeling a little salty after getting drilled, and he's got speed to burn, so look for him to try and make something happen out there.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 home.
That's ball.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
Swing and a liner. First is going to be in time, and the Nationals battled back to knock this series up at 2 games apiece as this ball game is over.
Boy, did these guys come out swinging the bat today, but their pitching and defense was pretty good too. Allowing just 1 run, they never gave the other team a chance in this one.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory.
ball.